Hey everyone, welcome to a new YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I've been making Teepublic work for me for the better part of I would say the past year and a half, year. And I've had different strategies with time and different things helped me gain income on Teepublic. But I think the best way to start is just from ground zero. And that's at the end of the day, uploading a mid-level design. It doesn't have to be great, it doesn't have to be good, it just has to be mid and above, it has to be viable, and adding the right tags. Today I'm going to show you a strategy that I use, a very casual video today, nothing that's going to be too difficult for you to understand or too complicated, super simple, super easy. So let me show you how I make money on Teepublic. And let's go ahead and start off with the designs because I want to show you. I put together 3 designs really quickly. Here's this design in the money niche. So this is the money niche on Teepublic. It says online hustler, right? Money maker. You could see the dollar bill. Okay, that's a money-making design. Here we have another design, which is simply just an image that AI made. Now, I want to go ahead and state that not all these images are fancy or amazing or even cool for me. Like, I personally would not buy something like this and wear it. Some people would, but I'm not. This is not my personal preference. But that's one of the lessons of Teepublic is that just because you wouldn't wear something necessarily doesn't mean a customer wouldn't wear it. It has to be buyable, meaning it has to be good enough for a customer to like it and purchase it. That's it. Okay? This is an example. And then finally we have this example which says cash flow. Once again, not my style, but there's somebody out there that would potentially buy this design, right? So all these designs are in the same niche. They're very different. When it comes down to design, I can create hundreds of different variations. I can create thousands of different variations. And I could create all different kinds. And to prove that, if we just type in the word money, right, on Teepublic, look at how many designs you have. You have things like dollar bills, you have the dollar sign, you have some skeletons smoking money, you have this. I mean, there's so many designs that are good and bad. It just depends on your personal preference and what you like, and there's many of them. But I would be not wise to sit there, go on Teepublic, add the keyword money, which is a very commonly used tag, I'm sure, and expect that to make me quote-unquote money, right? Make me passive income, make me sales on Teepublic, which is what majority of people do, right? They think of a basic tag that could potentially help them. They add that tag, and they think they're going to make money. But at the end of the day, guys, the thing that tells the truth is your sales. Your sales tell the truth. You want to make more money? Just look at your sales. If you've been doing good, then the sales will be good. And that's just the truth of it. But another mistake that I've seen people do here is they go to this related section and they'll just copy the tags from here. And this is the worst thing you could do, unfortunately, because what you're doing is you're taking tags that are on the same level, right? Parallelism, you're taking the same tags that are on the same level, same competitive values, same niche, and you're really shooting yourself in the foot. You're not going to be able to be seen. So you have to find these loops or these pockets of traffic or pockets of places on Teepublic that are lower competition and decent enough search volume that are niche dependent, right? So let me kind of show you what I've been doing. So if I know that my niche is money, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to whip out the notepad, right? I'm going to whip out the notepad and I'm going to run my Teepublic tag optimizer tool, right? So go over here and do this. Now, ideally, you would want to have a stack of, let's say, 200-300 designs for a certain niche, right? And that niche is going to be very wide range. It's going to be very general, okay? Money is very general, okay? I can take these keywords that are associated with money from an algorithmic standpoint and hit paste. Now, I want to kind of explain something. These keywords taken from the keyword money, they don't just show up. These are not random keywords pulled from Google or from some sort of GPT or AI. That's not what it is. These keywords are taken specifically from all the designs uploaded, right, all the way up to page 50 that are related to the keyword money, but they are the most related. Does that make sense? So if I go to a design that's not related, and let's just go to page 26, for example. page 26 designs are cool, but they're not fully related. Like if you go here and you search death grips, right? This design is not related. So what the tool does is it looks through all the different designs, takes the keywords associated with it, and adds it to the algorithm that it kind of extracts. That's why it pulls certain keywords that are related. Even if I go down this list, right, and I select, for example, Forex. Forex is related to money. Trading is related to money. Stock market is related to money. There's a lot of keywords, no matter on the bottom or the top, are related to money. Now, you might see words like Vatican City or Vatican. How is that related to money? Well, I could actually tell you that it is related to money. There's no institution, company, whatever you want to call it, in the universe that makes as much money as the Vatican. But regardless, that's a whole different conversation for a different day. I'm not even going to get into it. But regardless, I'm not trying to get political. Let's just stay on topic. Teepublic. Anyways, so these are niches, right? Sub-niches. Every single keyword is a sub-niche that is associated with money. So BTC stands for what? It stands for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a sub-niche of money. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other keywords. We have the keyword money lover here. Money lover is a sub-niche. So I can take this and I could create what we call a new bucket for keywords. So I search money lover, I could place it right here and I could hit search, and then we could find more keywords associated with the keyword money lover. And you could see here there's a ton of different designs, and I could go in here and grab my tool, use the tag optimizer tool, and it will go ahead and optimize all the different listings, all the different designs, and find me designs associated, most associated with the keyword money lover. And there we go. We have a bunch of tags. Now, if I go over here, place it, boom. And I do this time and time again to the degree of the amount of designs that I want to create. So if I want to create, let's just say 150 designs, I might want to do this 20 times. I might want to find 20 buckets. Now you might say, how can I find 20 buckets? Once again, all you have to do is pull keywords that are associated, meaning these lists, and then you'll be able to do that. So for example, if I go here to wealthy, well, is it fair? Does it logically seem fair that the word wealthy applies to these type of designs like this or like this or like this? It could, right? This is a cash flow design. If somebody's searching for wealth or wealthy and they see my design, is there a potential they can buy my product? For sure they can. Why not? So what I need to do is I'll go ahead and hit search. I'll search for wealthy, go over here and hit search, and there we go. We have our wealthy designs. Now these designs, although they do differ from the way that my designs look, but that's not a bad thing, right? We just need to bring something to the market that's different. Like I said, even if I'm not willing to buy it, doesn't mean somebody else won't. And I'll give you a quick example. Do you see this design of this coin? To me, this is an ugly design. There's people on this channel right now who are watching this will say, no, it's not ugly. Me personally, I don't like it. I would never buy this on a t-shirt. I would not buy this on a hoodie. I would not buy this on a mask. I wouldn't buy this on anything, okay? But there are people out there in the world today that absolutely would. And I'm sure this product has received sales for the seller. So I don't need to like or enjoy everything. It's business. That's all it is. So I'll go ahead and hit Optimize Finder here. And it will, once again, optimize and find all the different tags that are related to the keyword wealthy or whatever keyword we entered at that moment in the search. And we would do this over and over and over and over again. And what I like to do is I like to analyze by motifs. Okay, so if you guys are writing this down, you can write down analyze by motifs. And what is a motif? A motif is a common theme, right? So in my case, let's just say I pulled together like 5 to 10 different of these buckets, right? And this is a bucket. We have the bucket of wealthy here. We have the bucket of money lover. We have the bucket of money, right? I can go here and type in, let's just say, let's try different keywords. Let's type in financial, let's say financial freedom. That's a good idea, right? And I can do the same thing. Let's go ahead and create a new bucket for that. When I do that, there are going to be keywords that appear over and over and over again. And what I could do is I can apply designs to those motifs or to those themes. So I'll show you what I mean by that once we just grab these tags. So I'll go over here, grab these tags for financial freedom and paste them right here, okay? So check this out. I'm looking at the financial freedom bucket and I see the word BTC, which stands for Bitcoin, right? I'm going to go ahead and scroll up, and let's see if we see BTC here. I could just do a search, right? Like a BTC search. And I see it here in the first bucket. I see it here in the second bucket. I see it here in the third bucket, and in the fourth bucket, there it is. So this is an idea. I say, okay, if I'm going to come up with these money type niche designs, it could be wise to create a design that's related to BTC or Bitcoin and use that keyword in my tags for those future designs that are related to Bitcoin. And this is another thing. When you guys create some designs on Teepublic, you want to make sure the design is related, right? So if I'm creating a Bitcoin design, I don't just add the tag Bitcoin. I have to actually have the design that is related to it. And I have to be creative and intelligent enough to do something that people would actually want to buy that's different than what everybody else brings to the table, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and actually see what kind of designs exist for the keyword BTC. And if you look, there's a lot of just amateur type designs, and I hate to say that, but look, this is a Bitcoin symbol here, right? The same Bitcoin symbol, the big same Bitcoin symbol. I get it. It makes money. It works. But if you do the same thing and you add the same logo, what different are you than the rest of the world? You could see this person created something a little bit different. He said HODL Club, and HODL stands for Hold On for Dear Life, and he has the Bitcoin symbol there. See, that's intelligence. Now he started bringing creativity and create intelligence. And this is the difference between the copycats and the winners, is that the copycats will struggle forever and the winners will make money. Why? Because they look at a design and they get creative. And then the other guys, they look at a design, they just copy it. They don't do anything different. They don't have some kind of special thing, right? Look at this one. This is really creative. If you guys are familiar with IBM, IBM is one of the very well-known companies when Apple was being built. It still runs a lot of the world today. It has a lot of different machines and things like that, like your cash registers are probably made by IBM technology. The point is that they took the IBM logo and shifted it to BTC with the same type of pattern. That's pretty insane. Here we have a BTC demon. I have no idea what the hell this is. It looks demonic. Like I said, I have no idea what it is. I don't think it really relates to Bitcoin from my current knowledge. Maybe one of you guys know something about this. I don't, right? So if I was a buyer, a design like this would not resonate with me whatsoever because I'm looking for Bitcoin type stuff. Now, could this be related to Bitcoin? I don't know. I don't know, period. I'll just leave it at that, okay? Make Bitcoin great again. That's another thing that's clever. If you guys are familiar, the Make America Great Again type design that Donald Trump was famous for, wearing it on his red hat, Make America Great Again, this relates to Make Bitcoin Great Again. What would be cool is if he were a little bit more creative, if he set that red background as the background and kind of made sure that the font is the same. I don't think it's exactly the same, but hey, it's good. It looks good. Make Bitcoin great again. These are all different things that are cool and creative. What we can do here is we can go to ChatGPT. And if you could see here, by the way, this pattern, right? I got creative with the cash flow design and I wrote cash flow, and then in the font I pasted the pattern in the font, and I have a whole mini course on that, like a 2-minute mini course on autopilotpassiveincome.com. If you guys want to check it out, you go to products, right? And you go over here to the blend designs mini course. This is what it's called. Learn how to blend photos. Basically, I wrote the font in black and then I smashed this image on top of it. I don't use Adobe or anything like that. I use very simple stuff, and I show it all in the mini course. So if you want to check that out. But that's essentially how I created this design. But once again, let's just say I was creating a Bitcoin design. I'm not sure what I want to do. I would go here, say I wanted to create a BTC design, right? And I'm not sure what I could do. I could ask the AI for inspiration. I'm going to say, hello, I want to create a Bitcoin design. Please help me, right? Something like this. And maybe it will ask me some questions. Maybe it will ask me some ideas, like maybe some inspiration, things like that. But it could do things for me and I can get creative with it. And also, sometimes I recommend just going on Canva, right? Going on Canva, start getting creative, start trying to do some things. So, for example, I could do something with you guys right here, right now. Let's just type in let's get a font. First of all, let's do this together. I'll type in BTC, right? Something like this, and I'll have some text, right? Just like this, which stands for Bitcoin, obviously. And then I could take my famous kind of logo icon, which is a picture of my astronaut guy right here. Where is he at? Let's go ahead and get him. My astronaut guy, right? As a design, I could do some cutting here, and I could place the Bitcoin logo on the laptop that he uses. So I could type in Bitcoin. Let's see what comes up of here. We have this logo here. I'll take this. I'll minimize this just like that. Bitcoin, boom, on the laptop, right? We can type in stocks, okay, like stock charts, boom. I could put this behind him, and you guys know this style because I've done a few designs with this style before on this YouTube channel, but I put it behind him, and this black like outline, I could just make it black, boom, and then BTC. Let's see if there's anything cool that comes along with that. So Bitcoin, we have Bitcoin. Let's see here. We got some pictures of Bitcoin. Maybe I'll leave that alone for now. I'll just type in BTC. I could switch up my font, right? So I could go here. Let's see. Let's pick a font. Maybe. No, that's not good. Let's see. Let's pick something. Pick something creative. BTC. Let's see. I'm just clicking on random fonts right now and seeing what I like. But let's say like this, Bitcoin, right? And I match the orange color that we see here. So something like this, just like that. I do an outline effect on it. Maybe I can set it to be white because there's a white outline on the astronaut that we have here. So I could match that type of white tone. So something like this, right? And then I could write under it, Bitcoin, let's see. Let's type in, let's just say hodl to the moon. Something like that, right? And I could take this, make this smaller, and I'm just giving you guys, like I said, an example to maybe kind of experience this creativity. I'm not saying you have to do this, but this is an example, right? And so now what I did is I incorporated the BTC concept, the Bitcoin concept. So now, once again, if I look through my tags, I have BTC as a keyword, and then there are other keywords in here associated with BTC. We have crypto, we have BTC, we also have Bitcoin as a keyword, we have cryptocurrency. And then what I could do, if I really, really want to take things further, which I recommend you guys should, is I'll go over here to Teepublic and I'll search BTC or I'll search Bitcoin, like words that are associated with it. Actually, let's go ahead and search BTC first of all. And let's just run this. If we didn't run it already, I'm not sure. But we can run this, we can get tags, and we can make sure they're long tail. So I'll explain what long tail tags are. For example, if I use the word hat, that's a short tail word, right? If I use the word red hat, that's still kind of short tail because it's only 2 words, but it's more long tail than the word hat is. If I use red soft hat, that's longer tail, right? So it's a long tail. And the more keywords associated with it, the more long tail it is, right? So I can go ahead and paste now BTC here. So this is the bucket for BTC. Now this is the algorithm telling me literally that with the word BTC, right? BTC, these words are most associated with BTC. So here we have the keyword BTC hodl, right? Some people wouldn't think of using the word BTC hodl in their tags, but now that we have the design, we can do that, and we're tapping into a market that most people wouldn't have thought of necessarily. Do you see what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and do this together. So I'm going to go ahead and hit download here. I'll go to transparent file, and my goal is to download, let's say page 8, because that's the page. Go over here, hit download, and this is the BTC hodl to the moon design. We'll just wait for that here. Let's let this load. And I could have wrote Bitcoin up here too. It doesn't really matter. Teepublic is soft on Bitcoin trademarks and things like that. But there are some other websites that are not. So for example, like Society6, you can't use Bitcoin. You will probably most likely get that design suspended. I mean, there are some designs up there that have Bitcoin, but I was suspended when I created that one design for Bitcoin. When I say suspended, Society6 does take down singular designs. not the whole account. So that's a little FYI. But my point here is that this video is about Teepublic, so I don't want to distract from that. But what am I downloading here? Why is this taking so long? I'm not sure. But let's see here. Yeah, I don't know why that took so long. But anyways, and by the way, I realized why it took so long, because my astronaut picture is really, really large. I think it's like 13,000 pixels. But anyways, the point here is it's loading. But if I was to add tags now, I would have to be smart with the longer tail keywords. Because once again, I already know BTC is commonly used. I know somebody out there is going to use them. Now, with the world of, excuse me, let me go ahead and redo that. Did I just undo my whole entire stack of keywords right there? Did I do that? Yeah, okay, there we go. So in the world of Teepublic, right, there's going to be a lot of competition for BTC, but I'm not really shooting for BTC. What I'm shooting for is the other keywords that are more long tail associated with BTC to get less competition. However, right, BTC is the umbrella, right? So I'll go over here and I'll copy BTC as my main tag. And the reason why I'm doing that is so I can set up the standard. I have to have relevant tags, and I need all of my tags to be blue in the ranking, right? So when I say in the ranking, let me show you what I mean. If I click on any design, it doesn't even have to be this one, but if I scroll down here, do you see like all these tags? Why is this one grayed out like this? It's simply grayed out because the algorithm has not yet collected enough data to say that this keyword is related. Now, if we read it with our human intellect, it says BTC HODL. Does that relate to all of these? The answer is absolutely it does. However, the algorithm has not had enough data to yet go ahead and handle that. So if I copy this keyword BTC HODL and paste it, let's just see how many designs here. Not that many. Let's see, all right. If I see this keyword BTC HODL, we click on some of these designs, right? It's not really well known as a keyword. It's a combination of keywords. But once again, that combination of keywords has allowed this design to show up, which, by the way, I spoke about this in the Teepublic course about why certain designs can still get ranked if they are grayed out. But for most cases, you want to make sure that you're adding things that do relate. And what I mean by that is, if this guy here, this guy who created this design, created this exact design with the exact same tags, and instead of the word like money, he added the word, let's say, elephant. Elephant literally has nothing to do with these tags, so therefore it would not rank and it would not be clickable. It would look the same way this is, but because this is an obfuscated tag, and obfuscated tag just simply means it's kind of like almost encoded in a way because it's two tags combined into one. It's not deemed as a relevant tag yet. It hasn't been used enough. That's why if you look at a lot of the designs under that keyword, right, if you do a search for it, a lot of the designs under that keyword incorporate the words BTC and the words HODL separately in the tags. There's a whole science to this, and I broke this down heavily in the Teepublic course. You guys can go ahead and check it out. Once again, autopilotpassiveincome.com. You go over here, Teepublic course, it's right there. But I spent months learning this kind of stuff by myself and figuring it out to actually gain some sort of success. So once again, in my keywords, now my umbrella is BTC. Everything that falls underneath has to fall underneath relevant to BTC. If I added the keyword, let's just say zombie, it might not necessarily relate. This is why I say your tags have to be related to the design, but if the design has an outlier within it, you do not include it in the tag. So for example, here I have an outlier. I have a picture of an astronaut. I'm not going to write the word astronaut in my tags. That would be not intelligent, and that's honestly not intelligent if you're an advanced user. If you constantly upload to Teepublic and you don't know something like that, that means you got to go back into the books, do more research, do more studying. But if you were not to add the keyword astronaut, then trust me, you're on the right path. But anyways, we have the keyword Bitcoin here. Now, Bitcoin is cool, but this is more of an umbrella tag. I would not use this in my secondary tag list unless I had more room for other tags. So let's go ahead and tag this together, right? So I have Bitcoin logo, I could potentially, but this is not just a Bitcoin logo design, so I'm going to hold off on that. I could potentially sell with the keyword Bitcoin logo. I'm just going to hold off. Right now, I'm going to prioritize some keywords that are, once again, either A, obfuscated, or B, long tail, okay? So we have BTC HODL, okay? Next keyword, we have HODL Bitcoin. That's a keyword, right? That's more long tail than just HODL or just Bitcoin. Does that make sense? So my first priority is getting those long tails out, okay? We have HODL crypto. It's okay. Let me just stick to BTC as much as I possibly can. We have BTC art. Now, Teepublic might say don't add the words BTC art, or don't add like the word art or any kind of physical item in the tags. They went over this in like certain tag guidance and stuff like that, but the algorithm speaks for itself. If I go over here and type in BTC art, right? Two things. This is not only an obfuscated tag, right? Because it has two combining tags within it. It's also long tail, but more importantly, for most designs that include the keyword art, they're not going to be deemed relevant simply because of BTC. Now, the reason why certain designs show up, right, is because they're probably using that word art tag in their list. So, for example, if I go over here and click on something like this, and I just look at the tag list, okay, it should say something like the keyword art somewhere here. So, there you go. BTC art. And you might say, well, why is this showing up? Once again, the reason why this design is showing up and it's grayed out here is because it is an obfuscated tag. Once again, very, very important stuff that I say, guys, there is a science behind this, and I've literally nailed it down to a T, and this is why I'm able to do the things that I'm doing here on Teepublic. So let's go ahead and continue here. We have Bitcoin or BTC HODL. We have HODL Bitcoin. We can even type in HODL BTC. I'm pretty sure that's a keyword. Now we have a few other keywords. These are, by the way, more of umbrella keywords. Because our main keyword is larger in size, we're going to have more umbrella keywords here. I wouldn't pay attention to this once again till the very, very end if you've essentially exasperated all your long tail or obfuscated keywords. Let's go ahead and continue. Okay, we have YFI DeFi. See, here's the thing, guys. I don't know what YFI DeFi is, so I can search it. Knowledge is power. Okay, there's a lot of different niches I don't know anything about, and I need to learn about. So here it says Yearn Finance YFI is a yield farming platform. Okay, so something like this, I'm not going to add in my tags, point blank period, because it's not directly related to BTC. Speaking of this, I'm going to go ahead and add my white style for the background, and I'm just going to keep adding keywords, right? So cryptocurrency, Bitcoin logo, Litecoin, Rich, Dogecoin, digital asset, digital cash, Satoshi Nakamoto. All these keywords are cool, but I need to get more. So Bitcoin, crypto, BTC, cryptocurrency, these are just filler words. I mean, they're cool, but they're not going to get you sales. The only time keywords like this will get you sales is if you get sales off of the back of either A, social media, or low competition or high competition tags, and then eventually you start ranking for those lower competition fillers. And then that will get you there. But other than that, it won't happen. And by the way, guys, if you're liking the video so far, let me know in the comments if this is the best Teepublic video you've seen, breaking it down like a science like this. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue. So we have official Bitcoin. Now here's the thing, guys. Official Bitcoin is a keyword that clearly shows up in this list. Two things. It shows up at the bottom of the list, and I don't think I've seen it again mentioned in this whole entire file. So if I go here, highlight this, right? What that tells me is this has been almost used never. Official Bitcoin. It could be an obfuscated keyword. Let's go ahead and search for it here. Official Bitcoin. And I want to see how many designs have actually used the word official Bitcoin in their tags. I'm pretty sure this one might have it. Let's see here. Official Bitcoin. There you go. It ranks. but the question is how many people actually search for it. If I take this design, right, and I add the keyword official Bitcoin, I'm going to tell you guys this right off the bat, is if I do this, what I'm basically shooting for is I'm shooting for a Hail Mary here. I'm hoping on the off chance or the very, very, very low chance that I'm going to get a sale with this keyword. It's a shot. If you're uploading only one design, it becomes a problem. If you're uploading 100 designs in the niche, it does not become a problem. This is why I tell you guys there's strength in numbers in the game of print on demand, because let's face it, majority of people are not going to use social media marketing. They should. They absolutely should. You'll make a lot of money doing it, but majority won't. Laziness. There's a whole bunch of different reasons why. I'm not trying to insult anybody, but that's the truth. And they're not going to actually push forward. So in their case, it's the strength in numbers. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue. We can go over here and we can search for more keywords. But then again, I was only using this whole section. I can go over here and I could, so you see this keyword by the I don't want to say that word dip, right? I can take this keyword and I could see, right? First of all, I know what that means. Buy the dip just simply means when prices are cheaper, buy it. Mine is related to these stocks going up and down. I'm going to go ahead and paste that keyword there. I already know that's going to be beneficial to me. I'm not going to read it out loud because it's a curse word, but, for the kids, I apologize who are offended by the curse word. But, I'm just saying this means the same thing. So I'll take that, add that there. And there's more keywords now that I can add. But now let's go ahead and search deeper into these more profitable keywords. So I have the keyword Bitcoin. I'm going to search the keyword Bitcoin if I haven't already. Did I search for the keyword Bitcoin? Let's see. No, we don't have a bucket for Bitcoin. So I'm going to create a bucket for Bitcoin right now. I'm going to go to the tool. I'm going to hit Optimize Finder and now have a bucket. And once again, guys, you want to do this. This is why I say I made a lesson last year, in the beginning of last year, maybe even before last year, where I titled it Dominating the Niche. Part of dominating the niche is creating many, many designs in the niche so that you can increase your chances of being the probable choice, right? So, for example, let's just say you had 5 accounts, and I'm not talking about Teepublic here, but I'm just saying in general. If you had 5 accounts and the niche has, let's say, 1,000 designs, if you went ahead and created 300 designs on each of your account, that's 1,500 designs. Now, out of the total, right, you take the 1,500 plus the 1,000 that already existed, that's 2,500. That means your designs are the 1,500 out of the 2,500. Effectively, you're talking about 15 divided by 25, which is more than 50%. So you would own effectively more than 50% of the total size pool. But that's part of dominating the niche, and this is why I say, with dominating the niche, you only have to do niche research once. You can sit down and you can research, let's just say for 2 hours, just compiling these lists of buckets over and over and over again, and then you pull from them, creating hundreds of variations, just like the different ones that I created here. Like BTC, hodl to the moon, is the same thing as cash flow. They're just sub-niches in one larger niche, and the larger niche is money. Does that make sense? So let's go ahead and continue here. So let's take a look at some of these keywords. We have Bitcoin, we have blockchain, we have BTC Cash, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin wallet. That's interesting. Now, once again, if you have some idea, guys, don't be afraid to search them. So, for example, when I was reading, immediately what came to my head is Bitcoin profit. That just came to my head. So we'll see. Bitcoin profit. As I was typing in Bitcoin profit, the word Bitcoin Pro came. Now, before this happens, I'm going to go overhead here. I'm going to hit Optimize Finder. Just grab some of the tags for Bitcoin profit. If it just in case has a lot of designs, it's only one page, so it's probably has a very, very weak search demand. But I'll take these keywords anyway, and I'll put them in my list, and I'll search Bitcoin Pro. Because as I was typing in profit, it came up, Bitcoin Pro. Let's go ahead and search here. Hodl like a pro. This is actually not that bad. I'm going to go over here, hit Optimize Finder. Now, optimizing Finder, this is not going to even work. It's not going to be profitable to me because this is not enough tags here. So what I'll do is I'll just add this keyword in my tag list. And once again, I do plan on adding a little bit more to this. So I'll go over here and add this Bitcoin Pro, and then we had Bitcoin price. So I could actually search that here in my list. I'll go over here, search here, Bitcoin price, and hit search. And now it seems like we have a lot more designs, right? Multiplied by quotient about 5.5. Not a quotient, but a factor of 5.5. Quotient is not the right terminology in mathematics, but here we go. Let's go ahead and get tags. Get these tags. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. I like these designs. See, my designs can win amongst this group, right? All I have to do is bring a different spin onto what's existing, right? So you see all this list of tags here. I'm going to take it. I'm going to paste it here as well, okay? And we have Bitcoin, Bitcoin miner. Bitcoin miner is not a bad keyword, guys. I would definitely use that as one of my last chance effort to try to get as many long tail keywords as possible. Here we have Bitcoin price, cryptocurrency. Once again, these are filler. This is meaningless. Dogecoin, I would not add anything Dogecoin related because, let's face it, Bitcoin and Dogecoin are not the same thing. If somebody's searching for a Dogecoin shirt, what are the off chances that they buy a Bitcoin like the opposite kind? There's a chance, but it's low. It's not probable. We always want to go for what's probable, not what's possible. It's possible for me to lose 15 pounds overnight, but is it probable? Absolutely not. So does that make sense? It's possible that there's a magical creature called Santa Claus, right, that slides down your chimney and brings you presents, but is it probable? Probably not. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Bitcoin miner, that's an idea. Okay. Bitcoin price. Let's see here. Did I add Bitcoin price? Okay. Yeah. Bitcoin price. Let's go ahead and use this keyword. I'm going to use this keyword. We're going to do it. This is what I call a Hail Mary. Bitcoin price is a Hail Mary. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9, and then we have 10. So we have a few more that we can take. Now, with the few more, we have a few options, right? We can type in something long tail, obvious, like hodl to the moon, right? Like something like that, okay, and use that as a keyword. We can take obfuscated keywords, which could potentially turn gray when we publish, but will still be ranked for them because we're combining two different keywords. Or we can create short tail keywords that are more umbrella keywords that happen to help us make money after we finally generated sales. So there's different kinds, right? And we have the choice to do different things here. So if I feel like And I know this is a different situation for everybody because I just simply use this niche as an example. I actually wouldn't even recommend uploading in this specific niche for certain reasons, but let's just say that you have a different niche and you've done exactly what I've done here. You've created the obfuscated tags. You've created the long tail tags, but you have room, let's just say, for another 3, 4, 5 tags. Don't leave them empty. You might as well choose one of those options, which is either try to create more obfuscated tags or try to add some short tail tags, which you probably already could. And once again, the benefit of the short tail is down the line, if this design happens to get sales off of either the back of social media or the back of low competition, what happens is it ranks higher automatically in the short tail keywords. If that happens, if it starts to rank higher, then you're skyrocketing your sales. But once again, that won't happen unless your long tails either produce success for you getting the sales, or you have social media, or you have something that can jumpstart the program there to get you some more sales. So for example, if I had cryptocurrency, if I had Bitcoin, if I had crypto, if I had Bitcoin, there's nothing wrong with this, right? There's nothing wrong. Let's see here. Let me see. But there's nothing wrong with me adding these keywords, but I have to do it for a purpose. If I add simply these short tail keywords, right? Crypto, Bitcoin, BTC, and I just published it and went off into the sunset, I'm probably rarely ever going to make sales. The only time I would make sales is in the very off chance that somebody happens to see my design and happens to think it's good, and they've ended up on like page 15. They're scrolling 2 a.m. in the morning. They have nothing else to do. Page 15, they see my design. Does that make sense? So hopefully that helps, guys. And let's see. There was one keyword that I wanted to use. Bitcoin hodl. Did we already use that? I'm pretty sure we used that. Yeah, HODL Bitcoin. Let's see. There was something else. Bitcoin cryptocurrency. We can add that, but once again, you're doing the same thing as you did earlier. We can add Bitcoin lovers just for the fun of it. It's going to be a little more higher competition, but we can add it. We might have the ability to add one more. I didn't really count all of them, but let's see here. End the Fed, official Bitcoin, cryptocurrency mining. We could just type in Bitcoin miner. Let's see. Bitcoin and miner. Just like that. Okay, so I don't have even enough space. 15 out of 15. So here I would say Bitcoin HODL to the moon. Now there's a certain art behind the titles. I'm not going to talk about it in this video. I'll leave that for the course. I won't even mention it here. If you guys want to check it out, Teepublic course. A lot of hidden secrets in the Teepublic course. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. You guys can take a look at everything I mentioned here. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Where am I here? There it is. HODL to the moon. Bitcoin HODL to the moon. Just like that. And all right, there we go. So I have here the description created by AI for me. So I'll go ahead and copy this, and I will edit it slightly. Introducing Bitcoins. I'm going to just remove introducing, Teepublic's, whatever. Bitcoin HODL to the moon. Instead of Bitcoin, let's just write BTC because that's what it actually is. BTC HODL to the moon. Get ready. Ignite your passion for cryptocurrency with this captivating and exclusive design, proudly showcasing your unwavering belief in Bitcoin's anatomical rise. That's actually pretty dope. All right, so anyways, let me read that. Anatomical rise, and let the world know you're a fearless hodler with this incredible Teepublic creation. Embrace the power of this design to evoke a sense of determination, excitement, and hope as you confidently set your sights on reaching new heights in the world of crypto. So that's a pretty amazing description. By the way, I'll leave a link to the video where I went over this description tool. Leave a link in the description. Really good tool, as you guys could see. I sat here for 5 years, I couldn't think of writing a description like this. So it is what it is. Let's click on the magnets. Why is that not appearing? Okay, now it's appearing. I'm going to go for the rectangular one. Increase the size slightly. I do like it a little bit larger. And yeah, guys, that's decent, right? That's decent. And what I want to just go ahead before I close out the video, guys. I just want to say, every design you create, you do not need to have one design that knocks it out of the park. And once again, the only reason why that is because I have the mindset that I'm going to create more than one design. I'm going to create more than 100 designs. I'm going to create more than 1,000 designs. I have no rush in trying to make only one design work for me. I'm not trying to play Russian roulette here, where I'm trying to be saved by the trigger, hoping that it shoots, the opponent. In my case, I am just simply trying to produce as much probability in the marketplace as possible. And to me, that's just the most logical and honestly the most functional form that I've ever seen work. I've seen a lot of people make a lot of videos on, your Teepublic, Redbubble, all your print-on-demand stuff, but I don't see any logic behind some of the strategies. Adding small short-tail keywords, adding certain things as the main functions or the main drivers. Maybe they're explaining something. Maybe they have something in their mind they're just simply not explaining. But you guys saw me break it down here with logic and reason behind every action. All right, guys. So once again, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. I could do more videos like this in the future. A little forewarning, I go on niches on YouTube publicly here that I'm not trying to compete in real life. Does that make sense? And the reason why I do that is because, let's just be honest, there's a lot of copycats in the game. They're waiting for that move. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you put something out that you think is somewhat decent, they're waiting for the move to capitalize. So all the stuff that you see on my public profiles and things like that, they're just for demo purposes, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.